A bunch of former district attorney assistants, former district attorneys, former FBI agents, what have you, make up a certain criminal group, Pfizer Global Security, and the gang stalkers have private detectives, private eyes, what have you, who are also organized in a similar fashion. And of course, the FBI and the CIA play stupid, and it helps contribute to their plausible deniability and their top secret garbage, and their affiliations with Masonry, Jesuits, what have you. These people today wanted to lead me to believe that Maria from high school's father had said to me, excuse me if I didn't want my daughter to be with someone who's going to make videos about the government all day and have a mediocre job. They actually mentioned what my job was. And I don't really care to tell you what it is. We all know that I have a humble job, humble lifestyle. We all know that I am not rich. But if this had come from him, which is a slight possibility, but if it had, I want you to think of it this way. A real father cares about his child's afterlife, not the short life that we have on this world. He wants his daughter to be not of this world. Also, even if you're too foolish to see it that way, also consider that the events from the past shape our future. They shape the decisions that we make that create our future. They help shape them, at least. So, had I been with her, I very much doubt that I would have went to the fucking psych ward, because it was pretty much completely because of her that I went to reform school, because I started acting up after I got my heart broken really, really bad. And thus, this whole thing that I went through would have never happened. Instead, I would have been going out of my way to do well and to perform well in life, and, I would have almost certainly had a six-figure plus job, and I would have been the respectable son that you dreamed of. It's very unfortunate that you don't see it that way. Instead, you contribute to my torment by taking the point of view that the secret societies rejoice at the thought of you taking. With that being said, again, I don't know if it was from you, and I definitely know that these people want to lead me to believe this by the manner in which the message was delivered. And it was delivered in a way to make you think that you are the one that sent it. With that being said, I'm going to play some clips and wrap it up. One of the clips is quite ironic, really, because I never really knew what race your daughter was. And, Palermo and Sicily and, come to mind. But I came to the conclusion that she was a Spanish Jew, Sephardim, Sephardi, what have you. And this clip that I'm about to play actually doesn't have to do with her. It has to do with my ex-fiancée, who told me that she was part Greek, part Italian, and she was rather Jewish looking, to say the least. So it's quite possible that she was exactly what the clip says, and after I play this clip, I'm sure you will all understand. The last clip I'm going to play after that is about how blood flows in the brain. And it's funny, after, this goes back to proving what I said earlier in the video. You really think I would be going on my way to prove these points had I not been put in the system that forced me to come to the conclusion that it's extremely important that I disprove these people, not just because of what I did, what they did to me, but for the greater implications they have on society, what was done to me, and the greater implications that these people existing in the first place have on society as well. Play the clips.
And there is the Jewish mafia that works along with the Sicilian mafia. Yeah, if you want to be a full-blooded Sicilian like me, you are part Greek, part Italian, and part Jewish. And they went back in the days of Caesar of the Roman Empire. They used to take the Greeks off of the island of Sicily, which were the Sicilians, and put them in the arenas and made them gladiators to kill one another. We were the world's first slaves.
use technology like a functional MRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging. And what we're looking at here is a brain in action. So this same study was done on females, and what they would show them is something neutral like a brick wall, and then a kitten, and then something like dirt, and then something like puppies. And so what we're seeing is as those images are switching back and forth, we can start to see where blood is flowing around in the brain, and we can start to figure out what the different parts of the brain actually do. We're able to figure out their function. So when we're looking at the cerebrum, every picture that I've showed you is from the side, so the eye's up here. But if we were to rotate that 90 degrees, now we're looking at it head on, we'll find that there are two hemispheres. There's going to be a right and a left hemisphere. Now they're connected in the middle using something called the corpus callosum. So that's a connection of nerves in between the two hemispheres. And we do tend to show lateralization. There are going to be certain things that we put kind of on the left side of our brain, like mathematical reasoning and logic and things